Today we are discussing our chapter S block elements. We know what are S block elements. The elements in which last electron enters into S subshell are called S block elements. The elements in which last electron enters into S subshell are called S block elements. S block elements belongs to the periodic table first and second groups. First and second groups are S block elements. First group element is called alkali metals. Second group is alkaline earth metal. First group element in modern periodic table is called alkali metals. Alkali metals. What are alkali metals? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Lithium having atomic number 3. What is its configuration? 1s2, 2s1. So last electron enters into S subshell. It is S block element. In that last S subshell, only one electron is present. So it belongs to first group of periodic table. So in all these alkali metal, last electron enters into S subshell with only one electron. Then what is the general electronic configuration of alkali metal? General electronic configuration is NS1. It may be 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, etc. 2s1 is lithium, 3s1 is sodium, 4s1 potassium, 5s1 rubidium, 6s1 cesium and 7s1 francium. Then alkali metals give characteristic color when it is in contact with flame. When alkali metals show to a flame, it will give characteristic color. Lithium gives crimson red, sodium yellow, potassium violet, rubidium red violet, cesium blue color. Francium is a radioactive element, so it will not provide flame color. Lithium crimson red, sodium yellow, potassium violet, rubidium red violet, cesium blue color. Then alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. What are its chemical properties? When lithium react with oxygen, lithium react with oxygen, it form monoxide only. It form monoxide only, that is Li2O, lithium oxide. Sodium react with oxygen to form monoxide and peroxide, Na2O and Na2O2. Other alkali metal react with oxygen to form monoxide, peroxide and superoxide also, KO2, potassium superoxide. In that manner, other metals, alkali metals show superoxide also. Then lithium react with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. Lithium reacts with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. Then alkali metal, when reacting with water molecule, what forms? It forms metal hydroxide. That is 2Na, alkali metal 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus hydrogen gas. So alkali metal react with water to form its hydroxides. Alkali metal react with hydrogen. What it forms? 2Na plus H2 gives what? Alkali metal. Suppose here sodium react with the hydrogen to form 2NaH, sodium hydride. Sodium hydride. Alkali metal hydrides are ionic solids. Ionic solids with a high melting point. Ionic solid with a high melting point. Then next reaction with liquid ammonia. Alkali metal when react with liquid ammonia, what forms? How it is reacting with liquid ammonia? Let us look. Alkali metal M plus liquid ammonia is X plus Y NH3. Liquid ammonia is, we can represent here X plus Y NH3. Then what forms? M NH3X alkali metal. When it react with this one, it forms, alkali metal is when electron losses, it forms a positive charge, MnH3X plus. Then here what is remaining? XNH3 is here, then YNH3 is here. NH3Y. For this has a plus charge, so here will be a minus charge. Minus charge giving by electron. ENH3Y minus. This is ammoniated electron or solvated electron. Ammoniated electron. This ammoniated electron is responsible for blue color. When alkali metal react with liquid ammonia, it forms a blue solution. It forms a deep blue solution because of the presence of ammoniated electron. It is ammoniated electron. Okay. Then anomalous behavior of lithium. Anomalous behavior of lithium. Lithium forms only monoxide with oxygen, other forms superoxide and peroxide also. Lithium hydroxide is weak base. We know metal oxides and metal hydroxides are bases. From top to bottom, metallic character increases, so basic character also increases. So lithium hydroxide is weak base, and lithium is a hard metal. Lithium is a hard metal. Lithium reacts with carbon forming lithium carbide. Lithium reacts with carbon to form lithium carbide. Then lithium reacts with nitrogen form lithium nitride. Lithium chloride is deliquescent. Deliquescent means a hygroscopic property. Always some water molecules are with that molecule. Okay. Then next we need to discuss an important compounds of sodium. Important compounds of sodium. First one is washing soda. Washing soda, its formula Na2CO3 10H2O. Washing soda, its chemical formula Na2CO3 10H2O. Then sodium carbonate is prepared by Solvay process. Sodium carbonate, its preparation method is Solvay process. When heated, if washing soda loses all water molecule, only Na2CO3 is left, then it is called soda ash. If all water molecule is lost, only Na2CO3, this powder only leaving. This Na2CO3 is called soda ash. Soda ash. Then what about caustic soda? Caustic soda is sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda we are preparing in a special oven called Kastner-Kellner cell. Caustic soda or sodium hydroxide we are preparing in Kastner-Kellner cell. Kastner-Kellner cell. Then baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. It is used as an antiseptic for skin infection. Baking soda is an antiseptic and it is also used for as a fire extinguisher. For what we are using washing soda? Washing soda we are using for softening of hard water. For softening in the manufacture of glass, soap, borax, etc. as a laboratory reagent. Then caustic soda used in petroleum refining process. Petroleum refining process in the manufacture of soap, artificial silk, and a number of chemicals, and in the purification of bauxite. Okay, these are the main compounds of our alkali metals: washing soda Na2CO3 10H2O, caustic soda NaOH, baking soda NaHCO3. Then second group elements or alkaline earth metals. How second group elements are called alkaline earth metals? Because oxides of calcium, strontium and barium exist in earth crust. Their oxides occur in earth crust and when dissolved in water gives alkaline solution. Alkaline solution. So it is called alkaline earth metals. Its general electronic configuration we know NS2, that is 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, etc. Then for flame color, beryllium and magnesium do not impart flame color. Why? Their outermost electrons are tightly bounded to the nucleus. Their outermost electrons are tightly bounded or strongly bounded to the nucleus. So it does not form flame color. It does not give flame color. Calcium give brick red, strontium crimson red, barium apple green. Calcium brick red, strontium crimson red, barium apple green. Radium is radioactive element, so it will not show any flame color. Okay, then let us look for some important chemical properties of alkaline earth metals. Reaction with air and water. We know beryllium and magnesium are kinetically inert to air and water because their surface is coated with a thin oxide film. Beryllium and magnesium, their surface is coated with an oxide film. So it show less reactivity towards air and water. When reacting with halogen, alkaline earth metal form their halides. Suppose Ca plus Cl2 gives CaCl2, calcium chloride. Reacting with hydrogen, it form their hydrates. Calcium plus hydrogen gives calcium hydride CaH2. Then what about the reaction with liquid ammonia? When alkaline earth metal react with liquid ammonia to form a blue-black solution, which is due to the presence of ammoniated electron, Then let us look for some uses of alkaline earth metal. Beryllium. We are using beryllium for making alloys such as copper beryllium alloys, which are used for making high strength springs. Metallic beryllium we are used for making windows of X-ray tubes. In the case of magnesium, what are the uses of magnesium? For making alloys with aluminum, zinc, manganese and tin. Magnesium aluminum alloy used in the construction of aircraft. Milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide in water, that is milk of magnesia used as antacid. Magnesium carbonate is a component in toothpaste. Then calcium. It is used in metallurgical process. In the extraction of metals from their oxides, we are using calcium. And for removing air from vacuum tubes, we are using calcium. Reason: reacts with oxygen and nitrogen at high temperature. Then for barium, for removing air from vacuum tubes. In barium, barium we are using to remove air from vacuum tubes like calcium. Radium, it is used in radiotherapy. Radiotherapy we are using in the treatment of cancer. Okay. Then anomalous properties of beryllium, because beryllium is the first element in this group. So it shows some differences from the following elements. It has small size, high ionization enthalpy, it forms covalent compounds. Beryllium forms covalent compounds. Then its highest coordination number is 4 because of the absence of d orbital. Then important compounds of calcium. First one is calcium oxide, CaO, QCli, CaO, QCli. Calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, that is slicadli, slicadli. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, limestone. Calcium sulfate, half H2O, plaster of Paris. Hemihydrate of calcium sulfate is plaster of Paris. Calcium sulfate 2H2O is gypsum. Calcium sulfate 2H2O is gypsum. Let us look some chemical reactions regarding with these compounds. How calcium oxide is formed? By the decomposition of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, on heating we get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Then calcium oxide react with water to form calcium hydroxide. React with water to form calcium hydroxide. Then CaO plus CO2 gives CaCO3. Gypsum and plaster of Paris, how it is related? Plaster of Paris we are preparing from gypsum. Gypsum is calcium sulfate 2H2O. On heating up to 393 Kelvin, 1.5 H2O is eliminated and we get calcium sulfate half H2O, it is plaster of Paris. 1.5 H2O is eliminated, so calcium sulfate half H2O, plaster of Paris is obtained. Then in this gypsum, when we are heating greater than 393 Kelvin, beyond 393 Kelvin when we are heating, what happened? All the water molecule is eliminated and we get only anhydrous calcium sulfate. Anhydrous calcium sulfate, it is called dead burned plaster. It is called dead burned plaster. Dead burned plaster. Okay. Then cement. What are the raw materials of cement? Lime and clay. Limestone and clay. On strong heating, clay and lime fuse and react to form cement clinker. On heating, clay and lime fuse and react to form a new one, that is cement clinker. Cement clinker is mixed with 2 to 3% by weight of gypsum to form cement. Then calcium and magnesium. Magnesium is present in chlorophyll. The metal present in chlorophyll is dash. What? Magnesium. Calcium, main constituent of bones and teeth. Bones and teeth contain about 99% calcium. Calcium has important roles in neuromuscular function, interneuronal transmission, cell membrane integrity and blood coagulation. These are the main topics for our entrance examination in S block elements. I think you understood very well. Okay, let us discuss some question from S block elements. First one, alkali metals show. Alkali metals show. Option 1, only +1 oxidation state. Option 2, only -1 oxidation state. Option 3, +1 and +2 oxidation state. Option 4, -1 and -2 oxidation state. We know metals are losing electron. Metals will lose electron and will get positive charge. Alkali metal is first group element, so its valency is 1. So that 1 electron only losing by alkali metal. So it show only +1 oxidation state. +1 oxidation state. So option 1 is the right answer. Second one, alkali metal salts are. Alkali metal salts are. Option 1, diamagnetic and colored. Option 2, diamagnetic and colorless. Then paramagnetic and colored, paramagnetic and colorless. Alkaline earth metals, alkali metal salts are. Which option will be right answer? Alkali metal salts we know for stable configuration, NS2. Alkali metals fulfilled configuration, so it have polarization, so it show diamagnetic and colorless. Diamagnetic and colorless. Option 2 is the answer. Then question 3, sodium reacts with water. Sodium reacts with water more vigorously than lithium because sodium reacts with water more vigorously than lithium because option 1, higher atomic weight, B, less density, option 1, higher atomic weight, 2, less density, 3, low melting point, 4 is more electronegative. Sodium reacts with water more vigorously than lithium because it has low melting point. It has low melting point. So option 3 is the right answer. Fourth question, a solution of sodium in liquid ammonia is blue. A solution of sodium is an alkali metal, reacting with liquid ammonia give a blue solution. Why? It is due to the presence of option 1, sodium atom. Option 2, ammonium ions. Option 3, solvated sodium ion. Option 4, solvated electrons. Here the right answer is solvated electron or ammoniated electrons. Not the presence of ammonia, due to the presence of ammoniated electrons. Question number 5, which of the following is correct? All carbonates are soluble in water. All carbonates are soluble in water. It is not. Option 2, carbonates of sodium, potassium, ammonium are soluble in water. Option 3, carbonate of calcium, strontium, barium are soluble in water. Option 4, all carbonates are insoluble. Alkali metal carbonates are soluble in water. Alkali metal carbonates are soluble in water. So option 2 will be right answer here. Carbonates of sodium, potassium and ammonium are soluble in water. Okay. Our sixth question, the alkali metal that react with nitrogen directly to form nitride is. Alkali metal react with nitrogen to form directly to form nitride is. Option 1, lithium. Option 2, sodium. Option 3, potassium. Option 4, rubidium. Here we know only lithium reacts with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. Lithium reacts with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. Its equation is 6Li plus N2. 6Li plus N2 gives lithium nitride is how it will become. Lithium has valency 1, nitrogen valency 3, Li3n, 2 Li3n, 6 Li plus N2 gives 2 Li3n. Lithium react with nitrogen to form lithium nitride. So for sixth question, option 1 is our answer. Seventh one, the property of hydrogen which distinguishes it from other alkali metal is. The property of hydrogen which distinguishes it from other alkali metal is. First one, electropositive character. Second one, its affinity for non-metals. Third one, its reducing character. Fourth one, its non-metallic character. We know hydrogen is only one non-metals in first group. All others are metals and they are alkali metals. So hydrogen distinguishes from other alkali metal because of its non-metallic character. So option 4 is our answer. Question number 7, option 4. Then question number 8, in India, at the occasion of marriages or at our celebration, the fireworks used to give green flame. What will give green flame? Which one of the following radicals may be present? Option A, Na plus. Option 1, Na plus. 2, K plus. 3, Ba2 plus. 4, calcium 2 plus. Which give green flame? We know barium will give apple green flame. Barium, Ba2 plus. So option 3 is the answer here. Question number 7, washing soda is. Option 1, Na2CO3 7H2O. Option 2, Na2CO3 10H2O. 3, Na2CO3 H2O. Option 4, Na2CO3 only. What is washing soda? Na2CO3 10H2O. So option 2 is the answer. Then 10th question, sodium nitrate NaNO3 on heating gives. Option 1, O2 plus NaNO2. Option 2, NO2. Option 3, O2 plus NO2. Option 4, none of this. NaNO3 on heating. NaNO3 on heating, we get NaNO2 plus O2, sodium nitrite and oxygen. 2NaNO3 gives 2NaNO2 plus O2. So here option 1 is the answer, O2 plus NaNO2. Okay. So our 11th question is, which is most basic in character? Which is most basic in character? Option 1, rubidium hydroxide. 2, potassium hydroxide. 3, sodium hydroxide. 4, lithium hydroxide. We know down the group metallic character increases. Metallic oxides or metallic hydroxides are basic. So down the group, when metallic character increases, its basicity, the oxides and hydroxides of metal, that is basicity also increases. So which is more basic here? Rubidium hydroxide. Option 1 is the answer. Question 12. Which one of the following metallic hydroxide does not dissolve in sodium hydroxide solution? Which one of the following metallic hydroxide does not dissolve in sodium hydroxide solution? Option 1, zinc hydroxide. 2, aluminum hydroxide. 3, ferric hydroxide. And 4, lead hydroxide. Here FeOH thrice is the right answer. Option 3, FeOH thrice. 13. The reaction of sodium with water is highly exothermic. Reaction of sodium with water is highly exothermic. Option 1, highly exothermic. So the rate of reaction can be lowered by. Rate of reaction can be lowered by option 1, decreasing the temperature, 2, mixing with alcohol, 3, mixing with acetic acid, for making an amalgam. Reaction of sodium with water is highly exothermic. Rate of reaction can be lowered by making an amalgam, making a compound with Hg, mercury. Then it will not form a complex. It will be, the sodium will be in free state, making an amalgam. Question number 14. Question number 14. A solid compound. Listen carefully. A solid compound X on heating gives carbon dioxide gas and residue. On heating gives carbon dioxide gas and a residue. The residue mixed with water forms Y. Residue mixed with water form Y. On passing excess carbon dioxide through Y in water, on was passing excess carbon dioxide in Y through Y in water. So here water will be here. In water, a clear solution of Z is obtained. A clear solution of Z is obtained. On boiling Z, compound X is formed. Last we get X. Then the compound X is what? A compound X, a solid compound X on heating gives carbon dioxide and a residue. The residue mixed with water forms Y. On passing excess of carbon dioxide through Y in water, a clear solution of Z is obtained. On boiling Z, compound X is formed. On boiling Z, compound X is formed. Then the compound X is dashed. Then what is the compound here? Options are option 1, Na2CO3, Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, 2, K2CO3 potassium carbonate, 3, CaHCO3 twice calcium bicarbonate, and 4, CaCO3 calcium carbonate. Which will be the answer? Let us look. Suppose calcium carbonate is the right answer. Option 4 is the right answer. How we will get this X? It is taken as calcium carbonate. On heating, what we will get? Carbon dioxide and calcium oxide. It is the residue here. Then calcium oxide plus water. What we will get? Calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide plus water gives calcium hydroxide. Then this Y, calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide plus H2O gives calcium bicarbonate, CaHCO3 twice, that is Z, calcium bicarbonate. Then calcium bicarbonate on heating, calcium bicarbonate on heating, we will get calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. Calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. So here we get calcium carbonate. So our X is calcium carbonate. So option 4 is the right answer. Then 15th question. Which is the correct order of ionic mobility in aqueous medium? Which is the correct order of ionic mobility in aqueous medium? Listen, ionic mobility is inversely proportional to size. Ionic mobility is inversely proportional to size. When size increases, ionic mobility is decreases. Then here first option, Li plus less than Na plus less than Rb plus. Lithium plus less than sodium plus less than rubidium plus. Option 2, aluminum 3 plus less than magnesium 2 plus less than Na plus. Option 3, lithium plus greater than Na plus greater than K plus. Option 4, both 1 and 2. Which is the correct order of ionic mobility in aqueous medium? Here option 4, both 1 and 2. Both 1 and 2. Lithium plus less than Na plus less than Rb plus. And Al3 plus less than Mg2 plus less than Na plus. Ionic mobility is directly proportional to 1 by size. 1 by size. Okay. Our 16th question is soda ash. Soda ash is option 1, Na2CO3 dot H2O, 2 NaOH, 3 Na2CO3, 4 NaHCO3. What is soda ash? Anhydrous sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. So option 3 is the right answer. 17th one, the correct order of hydration energy of alkaline earth metal is. The correct order of hydration energy of alkaline earth metal is. Option 1, beryllium 2 plus greater than magnesium 2 plus greater than calcium 2 plus greater than strontium 2 plus greater than barium 2 plus. Option 2, barium 2 plus greater than beryllium 2 plus greater than calcium 2 plus greater than Mg2 plus greater than Sr2 plus. 3, Mg2 plus greater than Be2 plus greater than Ba2 plus greater than Ca2 plus greater than Sr2 plus. None. Fourth one, none. You just listen that hydration energy down the group. In the case of ion, hydration energy decreases. Down the group, hydration energy decreases. So here first one is the right answer. Beryllium has high ionization enthalpy than magnesium, than calcium, than strontium and than barium. Okay, hydration enthalpy down the group decreases. So here option 1 is the right answer. Then 18th question, an alkaline earth metal gives a salt with chlorine. An alkaline earth metal gives a salt with chlorine which is insoluble in water at room temperature. It also forms an insoluble sulfate whose mixture with a sulfide of a transition metal is called lithopon, a white pigment. Metal M is. Here the question is, what is lithopon? Lithopon. Question like this, an alkaline earth metal gives a salt with chlorine which is soluble in water. It also forms, that alkaline earth metal also forms an insoluble sulfate whose mixture with a sulfide of transition metal is called lithopon, a white pigment. Then metal is dash. Option 1, calcium, 2, magnesium, 3, barium, 4, strontium. Listen one thing, that chloride of barium is soluble. Chloride of barium chloride is soluble, but barium sulfate is insoluble. Barium chloride is soluble, barium sulfate is insoluble. So we are taking barium as the metal here. Then barium sulfate plus zinc sulfide, sulfide of a transition element, zinc sulfide. Barium sulfate plus zinc sulfide, this mixture is called lithopon. This mixture is called lithopon. Lithopon is a mixture of barium sulfate and zinc sulfide. So here option 3, barium is the right answer. Then 19, the minimum equivalent conductance in fused state is shown by. The minimum equivalent conductance in fused state is shown by. First one MgCl2, second one BeCl2, 3 CaCl2, 4 SrCl2. Minimum equivalent conductance is in beryllium chloride. Option 2. How beryllium chloride will have minimum equivalent conductance? Because beryllium chloride is covalent compound. Beryllium chloride is covalent compound, so it has minimum equivalent conductance in their fused state. So option 2 is the answer. Then question 20, our last question, the pair of amphoteric hydroxide is. The pair of amphoteric hydroxide is option 1, aluminum hydroxide and lithium hydroxide. Lithium hydroxide is not an amphoteric. It is a base only. Option 2, beryllium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a strong base. Option 3, boron hydroxide and beryllium hydroxide. Boron hydroxide is not amphoteric. Option 4, beryllium hydroxide and zinc hydroxide. That is the right answer. Beryllium hydroxide and zinc hydroxides are amphoteric hydroxides. So for question 20, option 4 is the right answer. Option 4 is the right answer. These are the important questions we have to discuss from the chapter S block elements. Very simple chapter. All question will be in direct mode. No equation or no calculation is needed. All the question you can answer. You don't lose any marks, any score from this chapter because it is very simple. Okay, all the best.